as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Matchup set to go here between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
First carry here for Ty Montgomery. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion. And now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 21 carries, 77 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The Rodgers to Rodgers connection, good for a Packer first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here, because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. He'll look to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And some room to roam now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
The left side throw complete to Adams. They get 7. There, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They begin with a run by Crowell. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Let's go. Watch him now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Line it.
Back to throw here. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Play clock winding down. They'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Ty Montgomery and the offense getting set for their next drive. Those are his season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. He's got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys down.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 82 yards. Now Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. Rodgers hands to Montgomery, and he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. To throw, it's Rodgers. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a give to Crowell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Draw play. Rodgers to Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Well, first look at the end. Larry, go back to the green room, my friend. These guys are ready to go again. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he'll get up. A gain of 6 there on first. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
4 yards remaining now on second down.
Detroit! Let's go! 3-19!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Back into that Philly. Here we go.
They'll drop the throw. And he's got a noon one. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back to throw now on first down. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
All right, here we go. 3-19! Leopard! Leopard! Set! 3-19! 3-19!
In motion, Safarian Jenkins. They go back to the ground now with Corral. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second down following the run. The play clock's running down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jermaine Kearse, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Back now at Lambeau. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Rodgers now to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Now it's Rodgers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Rodgers to Montgomery on the draw. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. That's Kendricks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down. Montgomery on the counter, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it fourth down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And now out come the Jets. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
He's back to throw. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Check, 47.
They'll look to throw. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Blue, 90.
In motion, Safarian Jenkins. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Anunua's got it, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Handoff to Crowell. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On the counter, it's Corral. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. To throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. They'll try to run for it with Corral. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So a driving rain, but he steps up regardless of that rain, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
Yeah, and so many things can go wrong. The slightest slip, that could mean the ball game. But he hits it dead, solid, perfect.
Following the field goal on his Locke Edwards to kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this in.